So easy. Yeah, a lot of those teams came to fight. You fighting for your nation. You got your nation got your nation in front of you.
Yeah.
And your family's name behind you. So it's like you have to go there and represent well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, viewers from wherever you're watching us from. It's your host here at Wima Sports, indeed, where we are championing sports development. Jermaine is my name, and we are at Osoita Lodge, where guests become family. Speaking of guests, we have an amazing guest right here. You can see him already. I don't need to say more about him. And maybe Karibu Sana, welcome. Karibu means welcome.
Thank you, man.
So maybe if you just introduce yourself to our viewers and just let them know more about who you are.
Albert Odero.
Mm-hmm.
I play basketball for the national team. So regular guy that's good at basketball. That's really it.
Yeah. And viewers, I just like to urge us to sit back, fasten your seatbelt, because it's about to be a bumpy ride right here. Because Albert is about to blow us off, with his experience, with what he's been able to, let me not say anymore, because you'll hear for yourself. Sit back and enjoy. And as we do that, today we are going to talk about Wisconsin to Afrobasket, the resilience of pro basketball player Albert Odero. And as we do that, how did all this start? How did all this start?
Actually, it started out in Minnesota. I moved to Minnesota when I was, 4 or 5 years old. My mom went to school she got a scholarship at the University of Minnesota. So she just had to bring me and my sisters out there with us. But at the time, it was like a nice community. It was a nice, diverse community. We were playing around in the playground, soccer, basketball, whatever you name.
Yeah.
We were playing it out, so that's how it started. But at first, it was just for fun.
Yeah.
It was more something like we used to play 5-on-5, not boys against girls, but boys and girls. Nobody really thought much about it. Yeah, so that's how it started.
That's how it started.
That's how it started. Just outside having fun, not too much thought about it. Just being a kid, honestly.
Awesome, yeah. Awesome. And just to bring it to the present a little bit, your latest assignment, how was it?
Oh, the 3-on-3 in Egypt?
Yeah.
It was new. I mean, it was new. It was a new experience for me, but it was a good experience for me. I haven't done 3-on-3. Usually I'll be playing 5-on-5, but 3-on-3 it's different. You got 10 minutes, do or die. The pace is fast, 12-second shot clock. It's a lot more physical than 5-on-5 too. They let a lot of calls go. It's like, it was different. It was a new experience, and I enjoyed it. I wish we could get home with a gold, but for sure we learned a lot.
Yeah, definitely. And we appreciate the level that you guys got to. It's for me. Here at Wima Sports, it's never for granted, It took effort, and being at the quarters, it's not easy.
No, it's not.
Not a mean feat,
No, it's not easy. Yeah, a lot of those teams came to fight. You fighting for your nation. You got your nation in front of you.
Yeah.
And your family's name behind you. So it's like you have to go there and represent well.
Definitely. Definitely. How did you feel when the ladies, lifted this thing?
Bro, I lost my voice. Thank God I got my voice back. When the ladies won, I was so happy because it was just like, at least we came out here and one of us got something, and represented the nation in a great way. But I'm happy for those ladies. Yeah. They deserved it. They work hard for it, and I salute to them for real.
Mm-hmm. Now, getting into, your turning point, and can you share a moment when you realized, basketball could open doors from the fun moments, just having fun, playing soccer as a child, having fun as a child? Which was this time that you realized I can get something?
I'd say after I moved away from Minnesota, I moved to Wisconsin. When I moved to Wisconsin, I met a coach named Aaron. Coach Aaron, he had an AAU team over there. He picked me up. Like first month I moved to Wisconsin. So he was like, it's like a father figure to me, and he just kept on. I'm used to. There's a lot he did. There's a lot of, I could go on and on days and days about what he did, like the influence he had on me. But for me, it was him. He kind of just showed me how to work hard, waking up early in the morning, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., And he never used to have a car. He never used to pick me up in the morning. He was like, if you want it bad enough, you have to get on the bus at 4:30, meet me at the Y at 5:30, and then we work out before school.
Wow.
So he instilled that hard work in me from a young age. And then from then on, it's just like I just kind of, basketball is growing. You watch it on TV. You watch it on YouTube. So in my head, I was just like, yo, I could. At the time, I was scrawny, little, but at the same time, I was just like, yo, I work hard at this. Like, this is something I could actually do. Like, I could actually get a scholarship for this. And I wasn't even thinking about playing professional basketball. Like, my main goal was like, once I heard I could get like a scholarship out of it, I was like, oh, that's possible. And like, school is expensive. So in my head, I was like, if there's a way I could pay for my school, then I'm gonna do it, because at the time I didn't see myself really being the type to get like an academic scholarship or anything like that. So I was just like, I know basketball is my way out or towards something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's when I realized around like 8th, 9th grade. Yeah, that's when I realized like, okay, I could really do something with this.
Awesome. And you got into, speaking of schools, you got into St. John's Catholic.
Yeah. Well, before we get to St. John's, it was like my whole high school was like, I went to 4 different high schools.
Wow.
I went to 4 different high schools. I went to, I started at Memorial in Wisconsin. Then I went to McKinley Charter School. Then I moved to New York, where I went to Oneonta High School. And that's really where, like, I used to play AAU. Like, I played AAU from 6th, 5th grade, and that's the only thing I played. Like, I was just playing AAU. Then when I finally got to, my grades weren't the best, you know what I'm saying? My grades weren't the best. But once I finally got to Wisconsin, not Wisconsin, but once I finally got to New York, I was just able to focus more, you know what I'm saying? Less distractions. My grade, I was able to focus on my grades. I got on a high school team for the first time. And that's when it's just like, hey, you was fun, but like high school basketball, they need to see you play there too. Yeah. And that's when I started getting rolling. I played 2 years on Oneonta High School. But after playing 2 years in Oneonta High School, I kind of realized like I need to be pushed. I need a better competition. Like I surpassed a lot of my age group and like the competition there. So that's when I got linked to an AAU team called Syracuse Select. The coach there helped me find St. John's. I was looking for a prep school for my last year because, 1, I wanted to be challenged. 2, I wanted better offers. I thought I could get better offers than I had at the time. So Coach Mike Brooks linked me up with St. John's Catholic Prep, and I went there for my senior year, and a great time. I had a great time. I was able to meet some great friends. To develop my basketball skills. It was fun because like the coach really put a lot of trust in me. Like he gave me the ball, and it was just like, yo, go do you. And I was able to do me, and like it helped my development. I was able to really showcase what I could do.
Awesome. And as you continued, and what were some of the challenges? But before you get into the challenges that you were experiencing, playing AAU and all that, playing in 4 different schools, maybe our viewers are wondering, what is AAU?
AAU? Oh, okay. They don't have AAU. Okay, AAU is basically like, it's like travel basketball. It's just like, usually they get a bunch of guys, the best guys from like around the area, or like hour away, 4 hours away. I had a teammate who was in Rochester. I had a teammate who was in, I had teammates all over. Like, so we had to travel and meet up and play. But AAU is basically you meet up for the weekend, go to a tournament. It's a live showcase where it's like just college basketball coaches watching you, just ready to give out scholarships. So you just go, you play your game. They like what they see. They're gonna give you a scholarship. Yeah. So it's just basically a place where you develop and get scholarships. The best, in my opinion, growing up when I grew up, it's different now. But like growing up when I grew up, it's the best way to get a scholarship. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you had a unique, college journey.
Yeah.
And from Birmingham, in Arkansas, then to Arkansas Tech. Then what were some of the challenges you faced being in college and being a college athlete, and how did they impact your perspective of the game?
College basketball is different. Like even recruitment is different. Like a lot of college coaches are going to tell you what you want. Yeah, then when you get on campus, it's like, all right, boom, this is the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And some are going to be honest with you. Some are going, it's just a business. They got to provide for their family as well. Some might tell you something, promise you something, and then you might not get that. But at the end of the day, it's just like up to you. Go through that. You know what I'm saying? Life isn't easy. College isn't easy. There's a lot of ups and downs. But for me, me personally, I'm going to be honest, I didn't like college. I didn't like college at all. Like, it was fun. I met a lot of great guys. Yeah. It helped me develop my skills, it taught me how to really train, like weight room wise, individual wise, like skill wise, like how to train. And in terms of like the school environment, the schools I picked, I felt like I was so thirsty to go Division I. I'm gonna say that I was so thirsty to go Division I. But at the same time, like you just gotta go to a school that they really want you. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're gonna thrive. That's how you're gonna like be successful. That's how you're gonna reach your full potential. You gotta go somewhere you really wanted, somewhere they're gonna let you play a game, or somewhere they're gonna really invest in you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a lot of kids go somewhere because of the name, because of X, Y, and Z. I don't know. Everybody has their own reason of going somewhere, but like if you go somewhere where the coach really wants you and you see that, that's where you're gonna be your best at. Yeah, but for me,
and that cuts across wherever.
Yeah, wherever you go, a job, whatever sports you play, like you just gotta go where you're wanted because that's where you're gonna thrive at. That's where you're gonna feel the most comfortable at, and that's where somebody gonna invest the most time in you. Because they see the potential in you.
Yeah. You took an year off, during COVID time.
Yeah.
And how was that time to you? What were some of the things you went through during that time that led you to where you are now?
While I was in college, I didn't really have the best mental toughness, best mindset. I was fighting a lot of personal things. That's why I went to. Because I thought going from Binghamton to Arkansas, Binghamton is up north in the east, Arkansas is like down south. So I thought like, if I go all the way far away from this area, like all my problems that I'm facing are going to go away. But that wasn't the case. Like it just magnified even more once I was away from Binghamton, but away from home. So during COVID, I just took that time to just fix myself. Yeah, fix myself mentally, physically, spiritually. I just had to get right. I know how I am when I'm very focused. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know like nothing could stop me. Honestly, when I'm focused, when I'm 100% dialed in, like I got a regimen, all that. So COVID was a great time because I was one of those people that needed I know COVID hurt some people in terms of
Losses.
The world's a loss. Yeah. But for me, COVID was a time I needed the world to stop for a second so I could just catch up on everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'd use that time to catch up. Like my skill set, my brain, my mindset, it just got more sharp. I was just more mentally tough, and I got better at basketball. And I was and that's really it. COVID just really helped me get right, man. COVID helped me be who I am today. Yeah. Really helped me be a pro.
Yeah. If lots of athletes struggle a lot, with mental toughness and some of those things. Are there few pointers that were beneficial to you that you realize that you'd like to share? That can be of benefit to someone else who's maybe going through more or less the same thing?
Thank God. Well, I say this all the time. Thank God, my sports or what I do in life requires me to be physically active. So it's just me waking up in the morning, going to work out, that just made me feel better. But things like meditating, I meditated a lot. I read a lot during COVID, just to keep calm. You know what I'm saying? It's cliche, but those cold showers, meditation, things like that really, I don't know if it's going to help the next guy, but it helped me. Yeah, right. And then also I had a great, so like my family was there for me. My mom was there for me a lot. Then also the group of, like I say, I don't like college, but I like college in terms of like the people I've met, because a lot of those people helped me like stay right. Like it's like, yo, bro, keep on doing what you're doing. Something's gonna come.
Yeah.
So it's just about, for me, I'd say if you get on a strict schedule, you know what I'm saying? Get on a schedule that's gonna help you achieve your goal. Meditate, write your goals down. Times is hard. Like life is hard.
Yeah.
Like, life is very hard, very, very hard. But you just gotta you just gotta keep on going, on going. Because every single time I've been close to giving up, and I've said, nah, I'm not giving up. That's when something comes through.
That's true.
So it's just like, just keep on going no matter what, and that's how you test it. You know, everybody you could do everything right when everything is going right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when everything is going wrong or everything is not going your way, like, how are you going to react to that? Like, are you going to keep on pushing for your dream, or are you going to fall and do something else that you don't want to do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you were in the furnace, you refined yourself, you purified yourself, you chiseled yourself.
Yeah.
Amidst also other people working with you, definitely.
Yeah.
And boom, national team.
Yeah.
How did you get into national team? What's the process like? I'm asking this because it's important. Being an athlete who's from a foreign country, then, and there's a sense of maybe entitlement.
Yeah.
Man, why do you want me to go through this process? Why do you want this? Man, I'm good. Yeah.
For me, I didn't have that entitlement process. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I saw the national team and I was like, yo, I know I could help, but I know it's nothing's gonna be given to me. Like I thought, like I told you, I was gonna try and go back to school after COVID, and I was like, all right, if I take a year off, all these schools is gonna want me. That year off and me trying to come back to school taught me, like, that humbled me. I was just like, yo, I'm not what I think I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really, like, basketball is a game where, like, you can't, unless, like, you're, like, an OG and you've done this for, like, 10 years, like, people know your reputation. But for me, it's like, I'm not like that. Like, I'm at the stage of career, and probably will be at the stage of career for the next, like, 3, 4, 5 years where I always got to constantly prove myself.
Yeah.
So when I got on the national team, it was more like, I don't know anybody from, like, I grew up in America. So my mom reached out to whoever she had to reach out to, which helped me. Shout out to my mom, because she's really better than a lot of the agents I've had.
She's good at it. Naturally.
Yeah, she's good. Like, your mom always just wants to see you do good. She wants to see her son happy. She wants to see her children happy.
Yeah.
But my mom really helped me out. She reached out to the Kenyan national team, and they reached back out to me, and it was like a process of I had to share my stats, my highlight videos, my workouts. I sent all that to the vaccine, and it took a few. At first, I was just like, damn, they don't, because they didn't get back to me for a while. So I was like, damn, this was my last chance, and now they're not getting back to me. It was like June, July. I was just sitting, getting ready for a workout. I was like, why am I even working out? Like, nothing's coming out from this, but I was like, I just got to keep on going. Something's going to come.
Yeah.
I checked my DMs, and vaccine is there. It's like, hey, we want you to come. Just pay for your plane ticket, and we'll take care of the rest. I was just like, no hesitation. I was like, yo, I'm not staying here no more. Like, I want to change my life. Like, something's got to give. So I hopped on that plane ticket. Tryouts was about 2 months long, a month and a half long. It was a tryout/training camp for Afrobasket.
Yeah.
And then, like, the last week, she was going to tell everybody who's on the team, who wasn't on the team, et cetera, et cetera. So, like, just came in, locked in for a month and a half, 2 months. And it's like, I had some trials and tribulations during, like, tryouts, like, times where I went, damn, all the way here, I don't know if I'm going to make it. But then, thank the Lord, man, I got picked.
Yeah.
And we got the Afrobasket assignment. And once we got to Afrobasket, like, a lot of people didn't think I was going to do what I was going to do. And I'd like to, what this coach Liz after that first game?
Yeah.
After that first game, she was just like, she came up to me and she was just like, hey, go play your game. Like, don't stop until I tell you to stop. And like any basketball player knows, like once a coach gives you confidence,
That's it.
yo, that's it. Like that's really like that's higher. Like that's 95% of basketball, 90% of basketball. Like once you got, like, I knew I put in the work, but once you told me like, yo, go play your game, I was like, say less. I'm able to go play my game, and I wish we won more because like we had a good team there. We had a really good team, and I think we could have really done something. But for the most part, like, yeah, I got that confidence instilled in me, and I just took off from there, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a building step now into you getting into pro basketball.
Yeah, that was a building step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, looking back, what were some of the lessons you learned from your first stint in Morocco, and especially regarding the balance between financial considerations and the playing conditions there? You know, you're from the US, totally different. Yeah. How was it?
One thing I would say is make sure you don't get on a plane unless you signed something. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
Number two, make sure what they're asking you to do, you could do too. You know what I'm saying? I had another offer. I'm not gonna say the team.
Yeah.
But I had another offer from a team, and the money wasn't that. It was still good money, but it wasn't as much money as the team from Morocco was offering me. But for me at the time, I was just like, nah, I'm trying to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like how any other athlete is, but like, I say I wish I sacrificed that. You know what I'm saying?
Team, yeah.
For the other team, because like the other team was really, the position they were putting me in was my position, something I could excel at. Where if I showed out in this scene, then like maybe 2-3, like now what we're talking, I'd be in a way better position just off the strength of. Yeah, sometimes it's not about money. Sometimes it's about the situation you're in.
That's true.
And you got to think 2, 3 years, 4, 5 years down the line instead of right now. So I'd say that's one thing I like when you become a pro. Think about the situation you're in. Think about the future. How you gonna play your game?
And what's next?
And what's next? Honestly, yeah, that's what you gotta think about. It's never. You think short term, things are gonna be short. You know what I'm saying? You think long term, that's how you really stay in this game. That's how you stay as a professional. That's how you stay in. That's how you succeed in life. Is when you think long term. Short.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, you're good. So dealing with an injury in Morocco, must have been tough.
Yeah.
And how did you stay motivated, during this time of recovery and, the challenges you faced, and how did you get out of it during this challenging time?
I just worked. It was like, I just worked out. It was like, I just got to go through it. At the time, I was sad. I was mad. I was so angry. But at the end of the day, it was just like, what am I going to do? I can't sit here and be mad for like 3-4 months. Yeah, I just gotta really just go through it. So I just got back to it, started working out with my left, do conditionings. Well, I did what I could do with the thumb injury, and then I just got right back to it. Like we had World Cup qualifiers. Funny, World Cup qualifiers. I played with the injury. That's how bad I wanted it. You know what I'm saying? And then I took some time off, got right, came back. Life is still stressful, you know what I'm saying? But like, you just gotta keep on going. It's hard. It's easier said than done. I keep on saying, but like, yo, I go through days, weeks sometimes, but it's just like, why am I doing this? Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should have just. There's days where I'm like, damn, man, I wish I never played basketball. Well, I just stuck to school, stuck to something else. I was like, if I gave as much time as I did to something else as I did to basketball, I'd be so like, I'd be successful. But at the end of the day, it's just like, I don't love that other thing as much as I love basketball. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like,
That's true.
And at the end of the day, I just want, like, I can't picture myself doing anything else without, I can't picture myself doing anything else besides basketball. That's what we are.
Yeah. And one thing is always that thing you're passionate about and you really love. At times we are human.
Yeah.
And there are those days where it's never a good feeling all through. If it's a good feeling all through, then that's not the
That's
not the right thing.
That's not the right thing. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
it fluctuates.
Yeah.
And that's just part of life.
Yeah.
And after you reevaluated everything, faced the setbacks, overcame them, took a break, came back. What led your decision, to step away? You've had instances that you just step away to just refocus.
Yeah. You're human. Like sometimes you need time for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like sometimes, like when I'll take a step away to refocus, it's just because like I used to go to the gym. I'll just like, yo, I'm not feeling this. Like this is not like you just need that time to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You need that time to yourself to regroup, to rethink, like to re-strategize. You know, sometimes it's just time to re-strategize. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that time did for me. It helped me just like get mentally tough, because those are the times where it's just like I could quit, could do this, or I could focus and double down on what I want to do. And I got this tattoo, like there's no fate, no chance, no destiny that can hinder the firm resolve of a determined soul. And every single time I'm going through something, it's like I got this tattoo, so I can't give up.
You can't give up.
Like,
Yeah.
I really can't give up. And this tattoo came from a quote that my first coach I told you about, Eric.
Yeah.
He's the one. He gave us a medal at the end of the year, and this was the quote that was like this is being eighth grade. This is a quote that stuck out to him for me. So it's just like I carry myself with this, like, you know what I'm saying? This is like my mom.
Reminder.
A reminder.
Do you mind reminding of viewers of the quote again?
There's no fate, no chance, no destiny that could hinder the firm resolve of a determined soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like, and I'm a determined soul, like, like, and also I've seen my mom. My mom's went through it in America. You know what I'm saying? She went through it to just get to the position she's at right now. So I see her hustle, I see her drive, and it's like she worked hard. Like even when times were hard, I've seen my mom cry because of her job. I've seen my mom really go through it, but she never gave up. Like she just kept on going at it. So I'm like, if my mom could do this and she came here all by herself, kids support, like I don't have that much pressure on me like she did. So I know for a fact, like if I keep on going, I'm gonna be fine. Like eventually, like it might not be the NBA, but I know one way or another, I'm gonna be fine.
That's true. That's true. And I like how Eric Thomas usually says, push through it.
Push through it.
Push through it. Yeah. So you have also a tattoo of the Kenyan flag right there, Kenyan shield.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
I'm Kenyan, man. Like I want everybody to know like where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm in the United States, I want everybody to know like what I represent. Like, things aren't that.
That's your identity.
Yeah, it's my identity. This is what I'm always gonna be, and this is who I am.
And you love this country that much.
Yeah,
it's in your heart.
Yeah, it's in my heart. So there's a lot of things that we could for sure fix, but home is home.
Home is home. Yeah,
home is home. This is where I feel like I belong. This is where I feel my best. This is where I get the most acceptance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like home is home.
Yeah. One thing as we spoke, I liked that came out very well, is mentorship and support.
Yeah.
And you receiving mentorship and support.
Yeah.
And your desire as well to, reach out to other young kids out there looking to go pro and all that. You mentioned meeting a friend, Jamie, who, reignited your passion.
Yeah.
And for the game, and how important has mentorship and support system been in your basketball journey?
I'm gonna say, well, it's been good because funny thing about Jamie, man, Jamie's a hard worker. But the thing with Jamie is like I met him after I came back from Spain. In Spain, I didn't really have a good it wasn't a good experience in Spain. You know what I'm saying? After Spain, I was kind of like that's another time where it just hit a downward spiral where like I honestly came back from Spain and I didn't touch a basketball. It didn't work out for 2 months. Like,
wow.
I hate using the word depressed, but I was damn near depressed for like 2-3 months. Like, no basketball. I wouldn't step out the house. Every day was the same thing, going to sleep late, waking up late. Like, I just didn't want to be around nobody, no basketball. But I was like, it's time to like You know what I'm saying? I went to a tryout. It was for a semi-pro team in America. Like I have to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
So that's when I met Jamie. But at the time, I still was on some like I don't really care about basketball. Like I was kind of going through the motions. I was like a zombie going through the motions.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just used to this routine now.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna keep on doing it. But I was a zombie going through the motions. But when I met Jamie, he just introduced me to it was somebody that's like where I'm from. It's a small town, like in New York, but I live in a small town, so I don't really get anybody else that really like loves basketball as much as me, works hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. Like, it's hard to get that in a small town. But Jamie, he just came and he was like, hey, bro, come to Pennsylvania, work out with me, introduced me to a program, introduced me to some agents, some other basketball players, some other talented basketball players, competitive basketball players that do this at a high level. And he just like, just hanging around him, being around him, it's just like, I was just like, I seen, because everything isn't going right for Jamie, but Jamie is a hard worker and he doesn't let that affect him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, playing pro basketball is a lot of ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? And him, you never think he's going through a down moment. Because he's just not. He's just locked in. Yeah. So I seen that and I was just like, nah, like, he's not pouting, he's not crying, like he's just going through it every day, he's grinding. So that just made me think like, why am I crying? Like, why am I feeling like sorry for myself? He doesn't feel sorry, like he's just going through it. Like he works hard for his dreams. Like he networks, he invests in himself, he like and he also gives back to the community. Like I see he has his own 5-6 group of people, kids he works out, and he doesn't even call himself a trainer. He calls himself a mentor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he gives back to those kids. He wants those kids to be better than him. And it's just like, I saw Jamie, and Jamie just like, that's the way he moves him, carries himself, and also everything he introduced me to. Like, he just helped me rekindle my love for basketball. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I really want to do this again. And also like playing against top competition and holding my own. It's like, yo, I could do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I've been in a bad situation after bad situation, but I know once I get in a good situation, like
that's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, my man Jamie helped me out mentally. He does. He probably does. I tell him thank you a lot, and he's like, don't thank me. I'm like, oh, bro, you don't even know what you did to me. He helped me out.
Yeah. So there's an important realization you came into or you came through.
Yeah.
And this is, that success in basketball doesn't have to be limited, to Europe or United States.
Yeah.
And this was really intriguing. How has this perspective shaped your current approach to the game?
I think the first couple of years of me being a pro, I was chasing something else. You know what I'm saying? I was like, the money's in Europe, the top competition is in Europe, or America, this, X, Y, and Z. But after a while, just like, yo, like it's the same thing as college. You go where you're accepted, go where you're happy, and go where you thrive at.
Yeah.
And basketball in Africa is growing.
Go where you're accepted.
Go where you're happy.
Go where you're thriving.
Yeah, thrive at.
That's it.
Yeah, so I was just like, yo, like I'm chasing this, I'm chasing that. It's like, now I could go back home and be successful home. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, I'm done. It's like I said, go where you're happy, where you're accepted and thrive, where you're accepted and where you thrive at. And I was like, yo, whenever I'm home, all those things happen. I have opportunities that come my way when I'm home. Like, I get love when I'm home. I'm more comfortable here. Like, I don't got to go to Spain and it's like everybody's looking at me weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, quit fighting and everything. I mean, quit fighting what God wants for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just like, let me just come back home. And like I said, basketball in Africa is growing.
Yeah.
I've heard stories of other people in other countries, and it's just like, bro, I'm gonna stay home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make the best out of my time here.
When you're here?
Yeah.
Sure. That was a hard decision to make.
It was. Yeah, it was because.
Yeah.
It was, but it wasn't. It was like I was so comfortable in America, but I was so stressed in America.
Sure.
Stressed. So I told myself, like, when I get another chance to like leave and come back here, like I'm leaving and I'm not, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm stationed here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's gonna be the other way around. Like, I'm gonna go to America for 2-3 months and visit. Otherwise, like, stationed here, like, this is where I'm gonna have the most success at. This is where I'm gonna be happiest at. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You mentioned how, basketball in the continent is growing.
Yeah.
I've seen personally basketball in the Premier League this season has grown.
Yeah.
What's your foresight? What are you seeing in this game within the country?
Basketball, like, you got some young hoopers in Kenya that could really go. Like, I'm in America, so I don't really, like, I see them on social media, but, like, when I came back this past time and also last time, like, I get to see them in live in action. I'm like, these guys could really hoop. These guys could really hoop, and they work hard. It's not no fluke. Like, they really put in time. They have aspirations and goals just like us. It's just like sometimes the same opportunity or the same or how would I say it? Exposure isn't given out. But for sure, I've seen guys here that could go at Americans. You know what I'm saying? But people would think, oh, it's Nairobi, it's a low-level basketball. But nah, these guys could really play basketball. Yes. So and I only see it getting better and better, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's up to us to influence those young kids, mentor
true.
those young kids, give back, teach them what we taught them. I mean, teach us what somebody else taught us. And so they could just keep on growing, you know what I'm saying? Keep on growing. Because I see, we got the potential. You got young kids who are long, lanky, athletic. And I put a basketball in their hand when they're 4 or 5 years old, you know what I'm saying? How many Giannis's, how many Joel Embiid's, how many, like, you could really take over, like, we could really take over. Like, I'm not talking about Kenya as a whole, but I'm talking about Africa as a whole.
That's true.
As a whole, like, we could really take over and do something special.
Yeah. And that's all we are about here. So, Wima Sports, where we are championing sports development, and we are letting guys know that it's possible.
Yeah,
it's possible, and we have immense potential. And in fact, our vision or our desire is always that someday in the Olympics, and it's African countries that are bagging the gold medals from almost everything. Because of just how much potential we have. Moving forward, signing for any team soon?
We gotta wait and see.
We gotta wait and see.
God willing.
There's wind in the air. Let's wait and see, viewers. Let's wait and see. Any advice for aspiring players, based on your experience, you've been through highs and lows, you've overcome them. Aspiring basketball players looking at that camera, what advice would you give them?
Keep working hard. Basketball is a growing sport. Like, back in the day, talent was like, okay, this is where you get your talent. But, like, not everybody knows how to work hard. Not everybody, like, the tools is that online. You go on YouTube, see how to work out for real. Like, just keep working hard. Keep your head up. Anything is possible in this world. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And if they tell you otherwise, ignore them, because they really don't want to see you win.
Yeah.
And you can't really have that. Can't have none of that negative vibe around you. You know what I'm saying? Stay positive, stay in the gym, have a good circle around you. Be a good person. It doesn't hurt to be a good person. Just keep going, man. If you have a dream, anything is possible. Anything is possible. If you're going through any low moments, like, just remember, keep on going. And you're not the only, like, especially as an athlete, you're not the only one going through it. So it's just like, you just gotta keep going. This is how this sport works, you know what I'm saying? There's highs and lows, whether you LeBron, me, where you like there's highs and lows for everybody. You just have to keep on going. That's really it.
Yeah. What are your future plans, brother? What are the future plans? What's next?
Hopefully sign with a team out here. I really want to compete in the BAL. Just continue to grow my name in the continent of Africa. That's really it. And also give back, man. Like, really give back. Like, camps, training sessions, any way possible. If I could get back to Kenya, Africa, like that's what I want to do. Like some days I wake up and be like, man, I can't wait to do that or be a coach more than that. That's really, I feel like, it's like right now I'm gonna use what God gave me, my athletic ability and hoop. But at the end of the day, man, I really want to just be a coach and get back, help develop the future. Because for me, it's more about the future than it is for me. I mean, for me, no, I'm only trying to do this until like 33, 35 max. You know what I'm saying? After that, I just want to help grow the future. And right now, I want to help grow the future while I'm still playing. Yeah, there.
On to the quickfire segment. In one sentence, what's the turning point in your basketball journey that propelled you to pursue it seriously?
COVID, I'd say COVID.
Mm-hmm. Toughest challenge, if you had to pinpoint the most challenging moment in your career so far, what would it be and how did you overcome it?
Toughest challenges, either be, I say coming back from Spain. Like I came back from Spain and that was like my second or third time signing somewhere and it didn't work out. That's what I was just like, damn, like this shit hurt. I ain't gonna cry. I cried, like I really was sad. But like I said, you just gotta double down. That's when God is like, you wanna do this? Or you wanna go do something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, nah.
Okay. And speaking of challenges and speaking of, how to overcome them, this question went away. I was just thinking about it, but it went away. Basketball revelation, third quickfire segment. In a few words, what is the one piece of advice you wish you had known when you first started your professional basketball career?
There's a lot, but there's a lot, man. You learn as you go.
Yeah.
A lot of things as you go, but one piece of advice, man, is I guess think long term. Like I said, think long term instead of short term. Like that's going to really propel you to be where you are like 3-4 years down the line instead of you trying to like right now I'm fighting back. Like after that Afrobasket performance, I should have had something, if I made the right decisions, I believe I'd be where I really want to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, you just got to make the right decisions, man. And think long term instead of short term. That's going low.
That's true. It's true. And I remembered the question I wanted to ask you based on that also is, do you think running through or running your contracts through a lawyer is important?
Oh, yes, of course. You got to learn there. Yeah, that's a given. That's a given. You got to read that contract thoroughly. Make sure it's everything you want. Make sure the agent you're dealing with is also for you. Other agents, not every agent, but a lot of agents is in it for a quick bag. Like, they could really, they get paid and they'd be like, I don't really care what happens to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like now you're left out with bad situation. A lot of things you can't control, you know what I'm saying? So it just goes a long way, man. You gotta make sure that contract is everything and then that contract, everything you want is all there.
Yeah.
And also the person representing you is for you and what's your best interest. Because that's also gonna help your career as well.
Yep. Best recovery equipment.
Best recovery equipment?
Yeah.
Or
method?
Method? I stretch a lot, mobility. A lot of my recovery is also done in the weight room. So I do a lot of things that help my knees, ankles, groin, hamstrings. Like I just try and keep my lower extremities. Like I'm very athletic and I take pride in that.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be able to move like this for a long time. So I just do a lot of things with my lower extremities. It's just always going to make everything intact. You know what I'm saying? So I can just keep on going. I had a little wrist injury and thumb injury, so I got to do better with my upper body. But just weight room, making sure you eat the right thing, just being a pro, man. Like being a pro is more than just signing somewhere. It really is. Like you gotta be mentally right, physically right, like best abilities, availability. Gotta put the right things in your body, put the right things in your head and mind. Like there's a lot more that goes to it than just working out, dribbling the ball, shooting, and then going somewhere performing. Like a lot of things have to be right for you to perform at your best level.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And best sports athlete?
Best sports athlete?
Quickfire.
Ooh. All right, I like LeBron James or Kobe. Those are my go-to. I like LeBron James because, like, when I first started playing basketball, I was like that was my guy. Like,
That was your guy.
yeah, I'm like, damn, man, this guy could really move. But then, like, the older I got, I've seen Kobe's passion for the game, drive to get better, like his work ethic, and it's just like I fell in love with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what really drives me. Like, I've tried. There's only be one Kobe, but I try, like when I try and emulate some of the game, it's mostly more Kobe than LeBron. You know what I'm saying? But like there's only one Kobe.
We saw this.
Yeah. But there's only one Kobe, but yeah, I say Kobe or LeBron.
Okay. Bringing it home?
Bringing it home?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Best sports athlete?
At home?
Yeah. Now Kenya. You're in Kenya now.
Now I'm in Kenya. We have some very good track athletes, I'll say that. Yeah.
Joseph Okal.
Joseph Okal, bro. I give my cousin it. That's a triathlon. Triathlon is hard. Swimming, running, bicycling.
Yeah.
So I'll give it to my, Oh, what you call it? I know
Eliud Omanyala.
Yeah, him. I suck with the names, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No pressure, man. And as we wrap it up, viewers, we'd like to thank you for taking your time, to come and share your story. And, already you're impacting. Already you're giving back. Someone will watch that, will have a different perspective, will have a different realization. And we'd like to salute you, brother. And welcome you home, man.
Thank you.
Welcome home. This is home for you anytime.
Appreciate you.
And we are at Osoita Lodge, indeed, where guests become family, and it's the Wima Sports family. And viewers, until next time, it's your host here at Wima Sports, signing out, Jermaine.